Yeah, man. So first and foremost, I want to say welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, whatever the case may be. I don't want to do none of that. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Share to the channel, etc., etc. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share to the channel, bro. First and foremost, man, what's going on with y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all living? How y'all day going? So, mm, mm, mm. As you know, everything is all about respect. But like, yo, check it out. A female, I'm gonna give y'all a scenario. Situation happened to me. I was with this woman before I met my wife. She was pregnant. Found out she was pregnant. I found out, like, comment, subscribe, share to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, share to the channel. But yeah, though, I found out that she was pregnant or whatever, right? And you know, I went ahead and I cheated with the little chody that I'm with now, and I started dealing with her. You know what I mean? I'm chilling, man. So I started dealing with the little chody or whatever, and the other chick found out, so she aborted the baby. Thanks, man. Thanks. Thanks for loving the stream. Like, comment, subscribe, and share to the channel if you haven't already done it. But so she had an abortion or whatever, and her reasoning behind it, she was in her feelings and she wanted to hurt me, and had an abortion because of that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm in Philly. Like, comment, subscribe, share to the channel. But like, she had an abortion, whatever, and she was in her feelings because I cheated. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, you definitely not a baby mother material to do something like that. And then it's like, I'm saying to myself, I'm glad that she did that. Yo, no, I'm talking about abortion, and I'm giving a scenario. And basically, long story short, she had the abortion or whatever, and her reasoning was that she was mad at me because I was sliding with another chick, and her thing was you should have never slid with the other chick, right? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm saying to myself, like, you was in your feelings that much that you decided to abort a baby to get back at me because you was mad at me for sliding with another chick. And it's like, yo, it don't make no sense that you slid like that. You know what I'm saying? That you slid and did that like that. And it's like, that's weird. And it's like, this is my reasoning. It's like, okay, I'm gonna start with her first. Yo, I'm chilling, squad. So my reasoning is like this. It's like, okay, I understand from a woman's perspective, you're gonna be irrational, you're gonna be in your feelings about whatever you in your feelings about, and you're gonna have an abortion because you don't wanna have no kid with no nigga that's gonna be cheating. And it's like, okay, that's cool, I understand that. But like, just from like a logical standpoint, like, make it make sense that you would say, okay, I don't care I don't care about my own baby to the point that I'm gonna kill my own baby to get back at him because I love this man, or I'm in my feelings that much about I'm in my feelings about about this man cheating. And it's like, yo, my whole thing is from a man perspective is like, why would I kill my lifeline because I'm in my feelings about why would I be in my feelings? Hold up, I'm trying to pin something real quick. Here we go. Yeah. So I was like, why would I be in my feelings and say I'm gonna kill my own lifeline? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kill my lifeline because I'm in my feelings about this chick cheating. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. I ain't gonna be with you no more. I'm gonna take care of my seed. And that's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? But then on the flip side of it, let's say I'm one of them type of dudes that wanna be like, no, I don't want no kids. And I don't want no kids, but the shorty want the kids and she had a kid. Then I don't take care of it. Now I'm on child support. It's like, well, hold up. I told you from the rip that I ain't want this child. So why you gonna force me to have to take this child because you want to keep the child because and I don't want it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't if you're a man. Because it's like in the one sense, we don't have no say so on whether or not a woman can have an abortion or not. When it's half of ours, we supposed to be able to have that right to be able to have a say so on what she can and can't do with a child that's supposed to be ours. If that makes any sense. The second part of it is if we don't want the child and we tell a woman that we don't want the child, she has the child, she could take us to court, put us on child support. Now we gotta pay all this child support about a baby that we didn't want, and it's like it's not fair to men, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. There's there's definitely at all. I wasn't. I wasn't on no sucker stuff. And it's like, damn, it'd be like that'd be another thing. That'd be another thing too about being in just like relationships and abortions and all that type of stuff, right? These women, they always they always yelling and screaming and emotional and don't really ever stop to think what it is that a man might want or what it is that a man might need. And we as men, we always gotta be on the front lines for these women and we always gotta be doing everything for these women, but these women don't ever take into account how we may be feeling as men, that we might be stressed out as men. And it's like we can't even go to the women and tell them that because when we is enough about feeling whatever we feeling, a woman to take that and use that against us in the long run, you know? And it's like certain things don't be right, man. Certain things don't be right. But like, like, comment, subscribe, and share to the channel, man. Like overall, this is my overall thoughts on everything that I just spoke about in this live. Um, Number one, feelings and lineage are two different things. When it comes to your lineage, your feelings should never be involved in your lineage. It's your lineage is all about your loyalty. Your loyalty. It's not about oh you made me feel this way so I want to have this baby with you, or no I don't feel this way so I don't want to have this baby with you. Now if you're not prepared to deal with a baby, okay, it's understandable. But you don't have a right. You don't have a right just because you the mother and you carrying the seed. You don't have the right to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna get rid of that baby and not discuss that with the father of that child. That's not fair. That's not logical, and that's not right at all. So it's like I understand why Trump did what he did as far as like banning abortion, but at the same time, a woman does have rights with her body was in certain ways. So it should be like if a woman want to have a baby, she should be able to have a baby. If she don't want to have a baby, she should be able to do that. But instead of just being like, okay, I don't want the baby and abort it, it should be she discuss it with the father. If the father be like, well, okay, I don't want the baby neither, then she can go ahead and abort it. But if the father be like, well, okay, I want the baby, she say, okay, she carried the baby for the 9 months, had a baby, and then she loses all of her rights and get a baby straight to the father and don't gotta have nothing to do with the baby. Period. She don't gotta sign her name on the abortion on a birth certificate. She don't gotta pay no child support, no none of that. And it'd be all solely on the father to take care of that baby because he wanted the baby and she didn't, and vice versa. If it's a man that don't want the baby, a woman shouldn't force a man. Like, cause it's like this: if a woman wants a baby and a man don't want a baby, she can force the issue to have a baby, and then not only force the issue to have a baby, but force the issue to make him pay child support when he didn't want that baby. But if she don't want the baby and he want the baby, she can force it and have an abortion, and he can't say nothing about it. But it's supposed to be half of his. And then it's like for real, if we gonna keep it all the way authentic, if we keeping it real, um, a woman, it's not a woman's seed anyway. It's a man's baby. For real. We gonna keep it real, cause it's the man that put in all the work to go into the seed, that's the egg, to hatch the egg, to make it become something. A woman can't a woman can't have no baby without no man. Like that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So it's like a man gotta fertilize the egg, but the egg can't do shit without the fertilization. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you look at it like from a standpoint of farming, the seed goes into the dirt, and the sun is what makes it grow. But you can't have no plant without the seed and the sun to cultivate it accordingly. But you know what I'm saying? It's simple, man. Like it's simple. But I'm about to be out, man. I'll talk to you later, man.